Welcome back to the checkout. It's a power episode this week. We're building $1 million business for a stranger in under 20 minutes. I am going to be the stranger. I'm going to act like the business owner. You guys are going to build me a business. We got Nick Shackelford, who's built many $1 million businesses, and we've got Bart, who's built one to
millions.
Yeah, to many millions. One business to many millions, $many million businesses. You guys are going to build my business to $1 million. All right, so let me tell you.
What are you doing?
Yeah. Let me tell you about my product. So we have. Let's start a timer here. We got 20 minutes on the clock.
Yep.
Boom. Put it up on the count. Put it up on the.
Yeah, there we
screen.
go. A little edit. 20 minutes on the clock, and I've already used a minute of it. So
perfect.
Yeah.
Boom. There we go. Timer started. So I recently launched an all-natural meal bar with 20 grams of protein and 100 milligrams of caffeine. It's
Nice.
sweetened with honey. It's completely natural. I've been hustling to get some sales organically, just friends and family type stuff. And I tried meta ads, but I was losing money on meta ads after cost of goods sold. I'm curious how you all would launch this brand.
Okay. Dude, I
What
love
question? And you can ask me any questions you can have.
I love this because okay, how many flavors you got? How many?
I'm starting with just one flavor.
One flavor?
Mocha chip.
Do you know who like you're serving right now? Who do you want to serve?
I think that I'm serving like more of a fitness because it's heavy. It's a lot of protein. So I think I'm serving kind of like a fitness person who probably works, right? I'm serving myself, right? Because I'm trying to hit my protein goals. I already, drink a lot of caffeine, so it's kind of a different form function for caffeine.
Yeah.
So this could be a breakfast meal bar before a workout, or it could be like a lunch, an afternoon snack. Either way, I want caffeine and protein.
Awesome. I think you have to build your audience first. I think you can really gather a community around. I'm super focused on building communities alongside brands. So I think you should focus on trying to find out ways to build that community first. Like what I did was just make great content around having caffeine and protein together. I think you're building in a good time where everything's being proteinified. Yeah. And then caffeine's being added to everything too. It's like, how can we combine energy plus muscle growth plus protein intake? But I would build a community around people that are passionate about that, whether it's like coffee lovers that exercise, or people within that niche. And although you may not have a lot of resources to spend a ton up front, even things as simple as just boosting your best organic content for profile visits at $10 a day, like really, really small spends. I'm not saying this is going to get you to $1 million very fast, but at least you are showing your brand off for what it is and your benefits pretty early, and then building people around it that might care.
How do I do that content? What kind of content are we talking about? Like, just like selfie style, like I have this thing, or what?
Yeah. Have you ever tried to get your caffeine and protein in one place? Like just those kind of hooks, or
you're just saying like hold up the phone and talk?
Yeah, hold the bar up in front of the camera, or talk about you probably developed this because it sounds like a problem solution idea. So you're probably like, oh man, I really want something that like packs a punch with caffeine, and I'm still getting my daily protein intake out of this thing because whatever grams it is isn't enough for the day at least, but at least you're getting some of it from this. And then probably tell the story of why this bar exists. Add a little like amateur story passion to like why you made the product, how you're doing it, how you formulated it, and just, like move the curtain or whatever and show people why you started it. And then I think once you get that story out enough while you're doing these like organic growth boosts, people will latch on to the founder story or why this bar was made, and then lean into here's how, and then lean into like daily benefits of eating this.
Yeah.
Okay.
I love that because there's a couple guys that are doing this right now. It's like them in commercial kitchens, building it, mixing it while they're trying to do this specific thing. Because I think the protein era I'm glad you're in that niche. I think that's the right niche. I am a little bit worried about like this flavor that you came up with. Like I wish you had a variety pack because we don't know what people are going to love. But if you think this is the best flavor that you guys know how to uniquely do.
It's just I'm resource constrained. I mean, I have like a pretty demanding job in PE, and it's kind of like hard to develop an all natural honey sweetened thing. And this was like what I thought was the best flavor, and developing more flavors was like just more cost, into it. And I was like, I feel like I wanted to get the product out the door, see if there was some demand. Right.
So if there's demand, is like, at this point, I don't want to put out there. You're like, oh, it's for the healthy professional on the go.
Yeah.
I mean, let's go down all the different types of images of where this bar could be found in what bag. So like the theme would be bar and bag, and how many bags can you showcase? And that's just another way of saying, like, where can I see this bar being utilized, eaten at what places? Nurse, firefighter, executive, teacher, like how many visual things can I put in front of people from just a organic standpoint? And then that's probably tactically the organic first, because you need the muscle of content creation. And like, I think the story of the founder is important, at least at the beginning, just to get the initial, like, can someone try it? And then we go full subscription. Like we only offer this subscription because, and here's why, only if I this is going to be probably a 12 pack or a 16 pack. I'm not going to be consuming this a tremendous amount of time. You're going to hope someone rebuilds once or twice. That person that's rebuilding once or twice, they really actually like this product.
Tell me another way you drive revenue with the Dad Gang app.
Yeah, the other way that they're really good at is putting the app within your other channels. So when you go on our website on mobile, there's a good amount of visuals on our website that encourage you to download the app, which I don't mind at all. Whether the revenue or new customers come from the app or the website is fine with me. And you have to be aware that everybody wants to shop differently, right? If somebody wants to shop on the app, they probably don't want to go to Safari on their phone and type in dadgang.com, right? Or a whole nother world coming in through an ad. But at the same time, we make it so glaringly available on our website that you can download the app, and then we do it across our social pages, and we encourage our Facebook followers to get it also. So they do a pretty seamless job of just integrating all of your other channels to get more downloads. And I've spoken to other founders that have apps that aren't Fuego, and we are at about 50,000 app users, like in 50,000 iPhones or Androids, and hopefully iPhones. And that's really quick. I know people that have been on apps for 3-4 years and just passed those numbers. So getting to 50,000 in less than a year in app downloads is fast. And they do a good job of helping you like distribute sign up links across your other channels.
But don't you think that like adds resistance to me? I'm like, well, I just want to try it first before I decide to like.
Yeah, I'm sure that's what you want. But for me to make this business to work, I need it to be a subscription.
Okay.
It is heavy bars. It is going to be expensive to ship. It's not going to be a cheap product. You're going organic. You need to build a subscription only funnel at least once. This needs to be launched.
But it like even when I tried ads, I was only able to get 3 or 4 people. My problem was that I couldn't get people to convert already.
I know. And this is most of the people. I feel like if you're stuck in the space, I think it's not going to be easy. Like this is going to be a little bit of a long road. Thankfully you work in PE, like you have some revenue and some dollars you can spend into it. So your speed of variety of testing is going to be pretty narrow, but for this business to work at any macro scale, it is a subscription business.
Right.
So you're either going to take this onto Amazon or you're going to take this somewhere else. But like, this is only going to work on subscription.
So only offer subscription
because
don't even offer people a chance to buy one
single bar purchase.
If the single bar purchase has got to be like
single pack, I sell them in 12 packs.
Okay, so part of me is like, okay, I'll concede a little bit and be like, okay, you can buy full price, but the framing of every single thing about this is you're going to buy this on subscription.
Interesting. So maybe charge. So like right now, I charge $30 for a 12 pack. Maybe bring that all the way up to like 45 or 50, like, or you can get it on subscription for 30.
Correct.
Yeah, or you can even do a way where you're like, you are locked into a subscription, but we have a guarantee that if this first order sucks, you can opt out very easily.
Yeah. So what they do is you do guaranteed subscription. You can't cancel until 15 days, but it's a 100% money back guarantee.
Okay.
So you got to try it for 15 days. It guarantees you that the product ships and gets to you. You actually eat it and consume it. You can make an opinion at that point, and then I want to get out.
Yeah. So you don't have to stay on the subscription if you,
No, because you got 14 plus days.
Obviously, anybody can cancel the subscription at any time, but you're saying money back guarantee.
That's
after
that's
15
the frame.
days, like between 15 and 30 days.
Because majority of churn of any of these products is day 1 and 2.
It's when they first try it and they don't like it.
No, it's before that. It's once they take the discount.
Yeah.
Literally, like, I bought this. I wanted the discount. I'm already coming. I'm not subscribing. I just took it for the discount.
Okay.
There's a massive portion of day 1. So it's called 24 hour, 48 hour churn. And every single brand has it. It depending on how deep a discount's going to be.
Okay.
That's okay. Like, you have to bake that into the equation. That's going to happen. But to get rid of that and to lower that and to keep some sort of the revenue, because these people, some of them actually want to be on subscription, but just the fact that like subscription is icky to them, they're like, I don't want to be locked into a rebill.
Okay.
So you refuse their ability to get that. And a lot of people will be deterred by this because they got to go into the portal, they got to unsubscribe. And if you can get them to try the product, like, wow, actually this is pretty good.
So what would you do with the, like, because we kind of talked about two things. We talked about like, you could do one-time purchase, $45 or $50, or you can do subscription for $30. So you would do that plus money back guarantee after 15 days.
Yeah, you can't churn until 15 days.
Guarantee
you get the product.
Okay. And you're saying, so 2 types of content here. One type is like different bar in different bags, bar in different scenarios, different types of people eating bars. And you're saying the other type is like founder content. And this is just all organic, and they get it by link in bio, and I don't really run any ads for a while, or what?
Yeah, I wouldn't run ads for, I don't know on the financial situation, but like when we were building, it was like no real ads for the first like 5 months or so.
Okay, and you just posted organic content.
Just post organic content and then boosting, but like I don't know. I don't put boosting in the ads category.
How much should I spend to boost them?
I was doing $10 to $20 a day.
Okay.
Just for follower growth though. So you're building a community around it. And then now that I like know more while building.
And were you getting sales from that?
Yes, because it's different. We were apparel and we were sold out when we were running them. So then while we're building that audience and they're back in stock, people are actually buying them.
Got it. Okay.
But I think the same thing kind of applies if you can build a passion and a community following around this bar, then and you're always in stock, then that's even better because you'll be able to like actually grow your profile while getting people to purchase. But back to content, like I think the founder stuff is great. That's what we did in the beginning, like packing orders, being in the garage, just grinding it out. I think another thing, like you're a fan of like man on the street stuff. If you want this one flavor to work and you want to push it, for people to buy 12 packs, I think you do have to do like a lot of taste test type of content.
Yeah.
So getting people, I was thinking like I'm in Seattle, so we have like infinite independently owned coffee shops. So I would go to like maybe one that I like go to frequently and ask them if I could drop like 10 bars.
Yeah.
And see what the reaction is, and like maybe do a giveaway. Like anybody that orders 2 coffees, be like, today you get a free whatever bar this is called, and ask if you can like record their reaction, and then do man on the street stuff. Like, this is caffeine and protein. Why don't you give it a try and get their live reaction, that kind of stuff.
Yeah, and you could do that with the different kinds of people too. If I know a teacher, a firefighter.
Yeah, hang out outside of a hospital or something.
Yeah,
There's a guy trying to build it right now. He's called Bold Bar. He's like, I'm going to stores and gyms, and he's dropping bars off the gyms. And he's like, that bar is this $1. My bar is this $1.
Yeah.
That's it.
That's what we're doing.
Yeah, do that. Like that, I think that's awesome.
Are you making sure that you're getting every bit of profit out of every purchase on your site? A big thing I've been thinking about lately as the cost to advertise goes up is how do I maximize the value of a customer? And so there's really 2 things. I want to maximize their average order value when they are making a purchase on my site. I also want to maximize the repeat purchase rate and the speed of the repeat purchase rates. So a big thing people don't think about is how quickly their customers are repeat purchasing. They're thinking about how many of them are repeat purchasing, but not how quickly. Recently, I've been using Redo's post-purchase order tracking tool to make cross-sells on my order tracking page. So that means when I send the order tracking link to my customers, I'm making cross-sells on that page, and they're getting product recommendations on that page. Now, this is pretty big because that order tracking email, that is one of your most clicked emails. So that is prime real estate. You got to be using that real estate to make cross-sells and make offers. Most people think of Redo as a return software, but they're actually sort of this all-around post-purchase platform. They're there to help you maximize profit from your past customers, period. The post-purchase experience is something I've been thinking about a lot lately. So I actually made a checklist. It's a 10-point checklist of the 10 things I do to maximize value from a customer after the purchase. You can grab that in the link below this video if you're on YouTube. You can click below to grab that, or if you're on an audio platform, you can, of course, grab it in the show notes. Just tap down there and you can get my 10-point checklist for maximizing post-purchase profit. That is an excellent alliteration. Let's get back to the show. Okay, what else? Anything else? Like, I mean, content is, I'm pretty constrained on time. For sure. You know, I have a pretty demanding job. The tough thing is I'm like constrained on dollars and I'm constrained on time, but I have a little bit of each, if that makes sense.
It does, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, your expectation is just slower.
Okay.
Like the difference between a big brand and a small brand is like the big brand has more money to spend.
Speed.
Speed of execution. So like instead of I'm doing all these things and spending a little bit of money, you're doing a few of these things and spending a little bit of money.
I guess that's a good point. Like, what's the thing? It's like, okay, if I have 2-3 hours a day to work on this, what's the thing that it's like, okay, get it down to these 2 or 3 activities and just like do this every day, 2 or 3 activities that you're just constantly doing.
Ads and content.
My mind goes instantly to creative.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, 2 to 3 hours, long time.
And you don't even, and you're like, when would I start running ads to them? Like, when do I start actually running conversion campaigns to them? Or is it just only when ones get traction organically or what?
I think you have to force a frame. And I think this is what he might agree upon. You have to force the frame of like, I don't have anything that's working and I have a little bit of time to do this. So the frame that I'm going to force to work is like, I'm going organic first so I can at least be creating something. Mm-hmm. And then based on the boost that we're going to put an arbitrage number around impressions or likes or whatever in a certain period of time, that is the earliest indicator for me to make decision to put actual real money or more money behind it, optimizing for conversion.
Yeah.
I think you have to be like, that is my frame. That's how I'm doing this thing.
Yeah. And also it could be, you know, I could use a different proof metric. Like, you know, what if I sell this much, you know, XYZ% of every dollar I make can go toward, you know, all of my income that I can put into like boosting is just like my excess income. And then, you know, 30 cents of every dollar I make from selling it could go into ads. And then once I've like have a stockpile of that, I can go, all right, now I've given myself the signal that I can run some conversion campaigns.
That's your guardrail. That's your blinders.
Yeah,
Okay.
Healthy gauge between I've made this much money and now I've gotten to a point where I can put some of it into ads without hurting the business early.
How long do you go? Like, what if none of my content hits? Like, what if you know what I mean?
Dude, we deal with this right now. There is one brand that he has one product, one flavor, one effect, and he's like, it's nothing seems like it's scaling. I was like, yeah. Okay, so we got to keep going. Like we have to keep going unless you want to spend the time and effort to build a new offer, a new page,
new product. Yeah. So at some point, do we just say there's not product market fit here and bail? When do you decide that?
Depends on your patience level.
Yeah, it depends on the money you have to spend. Like some people are like, I have $25,000 before I'm going to call it.
Okay.
I have $1 million before I call it. Like this, it depends on.
Would you define it should I define it ahead of time? You think? Like,
I think it would give you peace of mind if you did.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like if you're like, we work in tranches of cash. Like I have $5,000. What is my goal to do here? Like, well, I want to break even. I want to like make a little bit of money. I want to like prove the concept. Like those are what we call investments.
So basically, you're okay because it feels like quitting. It feels like giving up, right? But you're just saying like, well, it's a test or whatever.
There's so many things wrong.
Reframe
do I like
it.
the flavor? Is the caffeine amount does it hit different? Like, is the branding off? Like, there's just so many things that you can't understand. You just put an arbitrary number that you're like, at this point, I'm going to make these decisions.
All right. So just to recap, you're saying switch up the offer, do high price, single box, keep my current price, but they have to get on subscription. They can only churn after 15 days. You're saying ignore flavor for now and just focus on content.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Because flavor was the flavor was the other concern you had. Should I like be focused on flavor or should I develop more flavors or are you just saying?
No, you get amazing reps on creative if you stick to one thing. So like we stuck with one trucker hat forever. And it was like, if we can get good at making a black and white hat creative over and over and over again, then just imagine what happens when other stuff shows up.
Okay.
Like you get so many repetitions. And to your point of like, should I just step away or quit? You are in the best space ever on a blank canvas where you can take what's going to happen if you take a break to reassess and just do some creative deep work for like 2 weeks and then like, all right, I've got like a whole new frame on like what I should be doing.
If there's no audience, nobody will miss you, I guess. Yeah.
Even if there is a small audience, it's like there's no pressure to keep like, I don't know, went back to the trenches to develop some new stuff. Like that's a good story.
Great piece, yeah.
Put me on game. What are some of the segments you're creating that other people don't usually create?
Recently, we did a big collaboration with an NFL player, and I wanted to segment around people that actually cared about that at all. So if we launch said collaboration or even tease it, how many people are actually clicking on it and how many people are going further into the campaign and purchasing from that campaign, obviously. But
Mm.
just seeing if there's any like click open interest around working with an athlete, and
Mm.
then using those segments further on when we have sports related launches, running hats, even like city, we have a city suede collection. So even
Mhm.
towards that location, if we work with another athlete, like those are segments that I can pull directly that show, okay, these customers were interested in some kind of sports activity and athlete collaborations. On the other side of that is like building segments around customers that are only reacting when we launch. Today, for instance, we did our $20 hat day, which you're familiar with. You've seen me
Yeah.
live. And customers that only click around when that email comes out, or customers that are 2023 or 2024 holiday shoppers and we don't hear from them
Mm.
after that. Like, and then just making sure those lists are nice and clean and we're not, landing in promotions folder or not landing anywhere.
Yeah. You obviously use Attentive to do that. Shout out to Attentive sponsoring the show. If you haven't yet, go check out Attentive. All right, back to the show. All right. This makes sense. Just change up the offer. That's a one-time thing. Like work on that and then just work every day on organic content. I can use some money on boosts on an ongoing
Yeah.
basis. Would you boost every piece of content or just ones that
No,
hit a
just the
certain-
ones that do well organically.
And that'll
the-
change
the-
over time.
Yeah.
What sucks at the beginning is like you're like, I feel like I need to do all these things, and I don't. I actually think it's unfortunately very simple, but you have to do a lot.
How much would you like? Should I reserve some of
Okay,
my?
like we didn't talk about like. Then I want to make sure like my email pop
Yeah,
is correct.
of
Like
course.
then I can try to hope to win some abandoned cards.
But
and-
I just shouldn't worry about any of that right now.
We should
Just
be
do-
building a
I think
list.
you can build like this is like what we didn't spend time on is like the most amount of alpha that you can do to find the biggest upswings is iterate on creative because nothing
Okay.
else is working. But fundamental, the plumbing of this is going to be we would like a pop up, we would like an abandon, we would like a welcome because there's going to be people that are not going to convert. I would like to have an opportunity
Okay.
to win them back. It doesn't have to be perfect. We
Only
can
if
rip
I so like
you can rip some templates.
2 to 3 hours to work on creative. If I get my creative done that day, then I can put up a pop up on
email.
the site.
Absolutely, yeah.
Pop up will take you 12 minutes.
And that'll be set and forget it for the most part,
Yeah, got it.
at least at the beginning.
All right, boys, there it is. Under 20 minutes. Appreciate
you
it.
are
luck.
now a millionaire.
Yeah,
Congrats.
you're now in magic. All right, so if you like this episode, power episode, speed episode, don't subscribe unless you've seen another episode that you also liked. If you've seen 2 that you like, then you can subscribe. But if this is the first one, then you got to wait for another episode. Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're just doing it now.
Yeah. All right.
Thanks, guys.
Bye.